So in this video, I'm going to show you a 4-step proven to work framework, how you can get dropshipping clients, and we're going to basically resell something just like this. So YouTube channels basically buy these intros from us, but we're getting a supplier, putting a margin on top. That's how we're gonna do it. I'm gonna show you how to get clients. I'm gonna show you how to get a template from me as well. I'm gonna show you how to get the leads and all of that in this video. You can find a bunch of different sellers on here. So yeah, if you just go to this website called Fiverr.com, if you're new to dropshipping, typically we resell stuff primarily from Fiverr and sometimes from Upwork, right? You type in YouTube intro, right? And you can find 3,600 results. My disclaimer, I haven't used this exact seller, but what I really liked about it, the quality is really good. I really like this designs, what I saw on there, okay? So it has 4K 1080p, so 2 qualities if you need, okay? It basically, excluding the source file that a lot of people won't really need, is just $70. So this we can resell comfortably to YouTubers on the YouTube platform at around $400 to $500, okay? Now, you may say, Tom, that sounds really good, but like, who really uses YouTube intros anymore and stuff like that? Well, 3 orders in a queue just on this listing, okay? Now, I almost guarantee if I open, I don't know, top few listings, right, there will be orders in a queue, which is your market research that people are indeed using these, intros, because what else is buying YouTube intros, right? 7 orders in the queue here. Let's have a look at this. 2 orders in the queue there, 2 orders in the queue there. As you can see, just in this, right in this moment, we found over 10 different YouTube channels, because it's only YouTube channels who are buying these intros and outros, are actually ordering this stuff. And this happens all the time, okay? Now, another question that you may encounter is like, okay, so if I don't have any of these skills, I don't know anything about YouTube intros, can I realistically be selling this stuff to YouTubers? Absolutely. And this is where my niche, my strategy that I found for you, brother, in this video comes into play. So step 1, go onto youtube.com, right, and search vidIQ. Now, if you're new to YouTube, if you don't have a channel or anything, you might not know what this is, but this is basically a channel that has a software that allows YouTubers to optimize their videos. I'm actually using vidIQ, so it can show me different details, okay? I can see the stats for the channel and stuff like that. Now, how is this relevant as for getting drop servicing clients? It's actually extremely relevant. Now, let me show you how to do that. So let's click on this video. I'll explain everything step by step. So if I started a new YouTube channel, I would do this. 28,000 views in just 10 days. Now, guess, if we need to resell a service of YouTube intros and outros, right? Basically like a logo or intro or something, where is the best place to find channels who are now getting started, who are now branding their channels and stuff like that? Of course, on these kind of YouTube accounts that basically aggregate a huge amount of these new YouTubers, okay? This is exactly what I want to see, brother, okay? So let's open a few of these accounts and let's analyze what's happening here. Now, some of you might think that, oh, 24K subs is too much. Maybe that guy already has an intro. And I already showed you that there is demand for these intros because people are buying them, okay? But let's open up a few of these accounts. Like, we obviously don't want to open tiny ones.
In this video,
okay, we want to open something that has at least a few K subscribers, maybe a couple of K subscribers. And we're also going to look at some of the bigger ones as well, because what we essentially want is we want channels who will have some budget to pay $400 to $500 for us. Okay, so for us to resell this stuff. Now, sometimes, we're going to look at those channels in a second. I'm going to also show you the templates and what to send to them and all that kind of stuff. But, some of you may get triggered, especially if you're yourself a YouTube channel owner or something, right? Or just in general, you might be a little bit not aware of this dropshipping idea. And you might think to yourself, okay, so if these YouTube channel owners, those who are just starting a YouTube channel, right? They're trying to get traction and stuff like that. Why would they actually buy from, another person? Why don't they just go onto Fiverr and Upwork, right? And just buy it directly from these freelancers. The reality is, when you're starting a new YouTube channel, some of these guys have literally started just a few weeks ago. They're uploading their very first videos. They just started. Do they even know about these YouTube intros? Chances are they don't. Do they know where to get these YouTube intros? Chances are they don't. And stuff like this. It's exactly where you add the value. So you find a good supplier, right? Then you pitch it to those people. And if they actually want to buy it, then of course you're entitled for getting that margin because you introduced it to the idea. You can also give them basic advice as to how that intro should look like. Okay, of course the freelancer can do everything, but you can give them like basic idea and things like that. Also, you're gonna manage the entire process. So you actually deserve, right, to get $400 or $500 for this service. Okay, now let's look at a couple of these channels. So for example, this one, 107 videos. Does it have an intro? Who knows? Probably doesn't have. Let's have a look.
Well, you guys said I needed someone to work with, and I found this guy in the side.
Yeah, there isn't any intros or anything like that. It's just straight up raw videos. Okay. Now, so he could basically be a potential client for you. Now, what I actually recommend is finding people in the Western markets, US, UK, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and stuff like that. Now, sometimes you can easily tell where the person or the channel owner is in New York. So he is in New York. That's really amazing. Okay. And you can basically be sure that he's probably got $400 somewhere chilling that he could pay for you. Now, to get in touch with me, email me at, brother, this is just incredible. Look, if you're enjoying this strategy so far, just smash the like button right now and subscribe to my channel because I have so many of these good videos that you have to watch as well. Look, I'm literally just telling you the mind map of why this stuff works because we're going down the rabbit hole. Okay, we're finding people we're creating these YouTube intros and outros. Then we're going to a place where YouTube channel owners that are new aggregate, and then we're finding people who are in the Western market. We're getting their email. Come on, man, this is amazing, brother, right? Now, what you need to do then is you need to create a sheet just like this. So what we're gonna do, right, is just call it like branding YouTube leads or something like that. Okay, you can do it on Excel as well if you want. So what we're gonna do here is as well, we basically want to have the name of the person as well, because we if we have a name, the chances of them replying and actually buying stuff from you is gonna be a lot higher. Now, next point is we want to have the name of the channel as well. Channel name is here. Channel URL is going to be this one. And we basically go here. Okay, so now that's the first channel done. We got our very first lead. That could be a potential client for these YouTube intros and outros. Okay, now let's look at this one. So we strive to make the most authentic retro real gaming and stuff like that. Okay, so Canada, pretty good. Okay, that's awesome. So we have an email there as well. We don't even need to make that much effort to get these emails. So again, second one is gonna be, so we need the URL here. We go on here, channel URL, name. In this case, unfortunately, we don't have the name. We just have the the actual name of the channel, not the person's name. Let's look at this one. First of all, look at where he is based. It doesn't say the country. Not many videos, okay? And as you can see, there is no emails or contact details or anything like that. So this is out of the question, okay? Let's go to the next one. Let's look at this. There's nothing on there. There's no emails, nothing. Let's look at this one. This channel is geared towards educating young men how to become the best version of themselves. We don't actually see where this guy's from, okay, but you can get his email just like that. So once you go for this annoying captcha, grown men talk at outlook.com. That's pretty cool. So literally just go on here, right? Now go back on here. So we're gonna copy this. We're gonna go back on here to do that. Now we need the channel URL. Channel URL is here. We copy in there, and then let's see if we have a name for this guy. So I don't really see his name. Sometimes you can find people names from their socials. So let's actually open up the Instagram of this guy and let's have a look if we can find his name. First of all, he's in New York, which is amazing. He's definitely got $400, 100%. Mingo Shaver. I don't know. Is this a name or not? If anybody understands if this is a name or not, drop a comment there under my comments. So we just basically gonna leave this blank as well. So sometimes you gotta really think about, okay, so if the channel is not in the Western market, chances are maybe it's not gonna have a budget, okay? Also, if the channel is super tiny and it's not getting absolutely any traction, no subscribers, no stuff like that, maybe they're not going to be investing money in these kinds of intros. But, who knows? You never know. By the way, brother, if you're doing drop servicing using Fiverr, did you know that you can get 10% off by using my link? And also you're going to support my channel. So please do that. All you got to do is use this link and then set up an account and then use this discount code Zalatoris10 at the checkout stage. You're going to get 10% off your first order. If you drop service a website, which costs $200, you're going to save $20 on there. If it's a bigger order, you're going to save even more. So you're going to find this link in my school group, okay? And also I'm going to put it in the description and the pinned comment. So far, we've got 3 potential clients, but I'm going to show you also another avenue where we can find these potential YouTube clients. You want to type in into YouTube search bar another software name called TubeBuddy, okay, which is basically a similar kind of software that is also aggregating people who are basically starting their YouTube channels as well. Now, you want to basically find videos that really resonate a lot with, small YouTubers that are fairly new. You don't want to go like down and find a huge video that has happened, I don't know, 6 or 12 months ago. You actually want to find videos that are right now getting comments. You want to identify people who are now commenting literally in the last couple of weeks, maybe 3 weeks and stuff like that, okay? So this video, for example, 9 useful websites that help small YouTube channels grow. Well, we know from this title that this is for small YouTube channels. What we find here, can we find some emails, what kind of channels are coming up and stuff like that? Oh, this is not good because it's not in English, okay? So let's go down and also try to concentrate on slightly bigger channels, okay? If they have like 1 or 2 subscribers, I mean, is a bit too small, okay? Let's check this one out. Let's check this one out. Let's check this one out. Okay, let's have a look. So this one, let's see. So it's like music videos, right? I mean, it can work. Switzerland. So we got the email. If somebody is from Switzerland, it doesn't matter if the channel got no traction. Believe me, this guy has money. Okay, YouTube channel URL is going to be here. We don't really know the name of this guy. Okay, it's also, they have some kind of an app as well. That's interesting. Yeah, so that's another reason why they have might have money. Okay, now let's look at this one. It's some AI videos. Let's see. There are actually pushing quite a lot of stuff on here. Let's see where the channel is from. United States. That's not too bad. Okay. Let's see. So I'm not sure if these kind of videos specifically need an intro. Okay. So maybe skip that.
Hi.
Let's look at this one. Let's have a look. She is from India. Okay. Might not have a budget. I mean, may have a budget, but might not have a budget. Okay. Let's look at this one. Not from Western markets. Not sure if he's going to have a budget or not, but let's see. Cambodia. Wow, that's interesting. Okay, let's look at this one. Philippines might not have a budget. $400 in Philippines is quite a lot. This one as well probably is Cambodia. Wow, again. Okay, let's go down and find a couple more. So, okay, let's see this channel. Okay, let's have a look at this one. So, United States. Yeah, that's amazing. He might have budget for that. So, let's get one more email. So, let's just complete the captcha. Submit, and one more lead. So we're going on here. We're gonna go here. We're gonna copy that. We're gonna go on here. We're gonna copy that. We're gonna go on here. We're gonna copy the Butchie ball or boy. I don't know what's his name, but well, the most important part is to get the channel email, of course. Like if you can't find someone's name, it's not a big problem. Also, let's see. Maybe that's his name. I would imagine that's his name. Maybe. Okay, so let's just put it as Butchie. Okay, cool. Yeah. So we've got quite a few tries here, but let's try another video because we only got one lead from here. Or 2 leads from here, so not much. The videos that I would actually avoid with this strategy would probably be something like YouTube CEO shares an update that will change YouTube permanently. It doesn't specifically aggregate, small channel owners on there. I would more focus on videos that specifically talk about small YouTube channels and stuff like that, and similar kind of thing. This one, small channels can get thousands of subscribers and views. So this is exactly the type of video that I would basically look into to get these potential leads. So let's go here. By the way, if you want to see this number on here, you gotta install the vidIQ free version. Okay, then it's gonna show you these numbers. Okay, because if not, then it may not show you anything on here. Okay, now. Let's go down. This is a secret tip that you want to basically subscribe for as well. Okay. Now let's go down. So let's look at this one. Let's look at this one. I want to look at slightly bigger channels. Okay. Let's look at this one. Between 1 to 5K subscribers. Okay. Ideally. Yeah, this one. Okay, so let's hope we can get a bit more leads from there. So let's have a look here. United States. That's awesome. That is awesome. We have a name as well, Richana. That is really good. So we got a name. We got the channel URL on there. Now we need an email. Okay, so we're gonna click onto here. I'm not a robot. And then I'm going to click bicycles just to complete that capture. Okay. And we got the email as well, which is awesome. Now here, what's the name of the channel? Raj Cooking. Okay. That's amazing. Now, what is also very worth noting, brother, is that you can't really get a lot of emails with this kind of strategy. So typically, your account will have about 5 of these per day. This is the allowance. But when you see emails there is no limit. So you can find these emails easily on there. Okay. Also, quite often you're going to go to someone's Instagram and you can find their email there as well. So it is quite common, not always, but quite common. Okay. So how can you avoid this to be able to get more of these emails? Well, the easiest solution is just create a few Gmail accounts, just completely for free, right? And then log into 5 accounts on YouTube using those Gmails and just stay logged in. All you gotta do is just switch to another account and then you can do 5 again. So if you have 5 accounts added on here, you get 5 emails per day. That's 25 emails a day. That's a lot of emails. Okay, you can get 1,000 emails fairly quickly. Also, you can use another browser and log into 5 Gmails again. So that's a way to avoid it very easily. Now, with this in mind, what do we do then? So with all of this in mind, first of all, like I said, before we start sending these emails, right, you want to make sure that you chose a good supplier. So I'm not saying you should be using that, like I showed you the video of in the beginning, this one, but you don't have to use this. I'm just saying, if you're gonna use another supplier from YouTube intro category, right, you really need to see at least a couple of orders in the queue, ideally 4.9 stars, not 4.8, 4.9 or 5 stars, and a lot of reviews, at least a couple hundred reviews, okay? Price should be low, $50 to $70, okay? Including a source file, I don't think it's that important. Most people will not really need that. And if they want a source file, then you can bump up the price and say, look, if you want a source file, it's gonna be, I don't know, $490 or I don't know, $550 or something. Just add the difference between this and this. Okay, just add it and pass it on to the client. You know, this is what you gotta do. By the way, there is like 2 things you can offer. So one thing is channel intro, the second thing is channel outro. So it's 2 different things. Here it seems like no outro, you see, but here you actually get both for $125. So that's a really good deal that you can push it to probably $500-600 that you can resell. Okay, so it's a really good deal. I mean, when I was starting my YouTube channel a couple of years ago, right, if somebody reached out to me and said, look, I can make YouTube intro and outro for $400-500, honestly, I wouldn't think that's a bad deal. It's a pretty good deal, honestly. It's not a problem to somebody in investor markets. It's not even that much money, okay? Now, with that in mind, you want to have these leads when you have the supplier already ready, right? And then you basically are going to need a template just like this. As you can see, if you're a loyal follower of my channel, you'll see the subject is the same like I usually use. Partnership proposal for your channel. Now, why do you use that for quite a few different templates? The main reason is this. Look, as a YouTuber myself, right? If I see something like this in my title, in an email, I even if it's in spam, I'm gonna actually open it up because I may have a sponsored video. I may have, I don't know, some really interesting partnership in there. So, you know, these YouTube channel owners that we collect these leads, right? They sometimes actually read the spam folders as well. So don't worry about if it goes to spam or not, because I personally read my spam all the time. Every single day almost I read spam because I got a lot of really useful messages in spam, okay? So partnership proposal for your channel. And hey, do you need a YouTube channel intro? Here is an example intro. If you like it, I would like to make one for you. Let me know, Tom. Obviously change it to your name and change this to a portfolio. Now, this portfolio, you gotta create your own YouTube channel, okay? And you gotta download video like this. It doesn't have to be this one, by the way, okay? But you just right click on it, click save video as, and you can download it to your PC and upload it on YouTube. By the way, I really strongly recommend that you ask for permission before doing this from these Fiverr sellers, okay? Because you know, this is not just a good practice, it's something that you should be doing. Okay, I know that some people are not doing that, but like what I would normally say is talk to the seller. Just be like, look, I've got a YouTube, you know, intro or YouTube video editing agency, got a bunch of clients lined up. You know, if you want to partner up so I can show your portfolio to my clients, you don't have to say where you're going to show it or anything, right? Then, you know, if somebody wants to order, I'm gonna place an order exclusively on your gig, and I'm gonna bring you a bunch of orders. When you talk to somebody like that for a few, I don't know, few messages or whatever, they typically will say, oh yeah, sure, use my portfolio as long as you bring in clients. Don't just literally download it and just upload it on YouTube channel of your own and just use it as portfolio if they didn't give you permission. It's not a good practice, okay? I know people do it, but it's not a good practice. By the way, we want to make sure that you get rid of these watermarks, because if you upload it with a watermark, it's game over. Nobody's going to buy it, and they're going to be like, oh, what is this Fiverr thing? Let me Google it. Even if they don't know what Fiverr is, they can find it out very quickly, okay? Now, with these leads, we're going to basically have this message. We have the leads, right? We have the product that we're going to sell, right? And then you literally just go on to your Gmail, just set up a brand new Gmail. Do not, warning, do not send it from your regular Gmail that you use for work, for studies. With that in mind, just put that subject, put this portfolio in there, okay? Change your name and you're gonna be good to go. By the way, this example, let's have a look. I just found a example on YouTube. So it's an intro somebody made. With that in mind, you simply just go on and copy the emails one by one, right? And then you can modify that if you have a name. So in this case, let's say I have a name. Okay, so I just literally just copy her name. Make sure the font is the same size so it doesn't look messy. That's it. It looks good. If you don't have a name, literally just send it like this. And finally, hopefully you got inspired by the people in my community who are making money using drop servicing on the internet. But if you still need help, if you need my personalized mentorship, I actually got a 3 months mentorship program. In the last couple of years that I've been running this program, I taught dozens and dozens of people from all over the world, from India, US, New Zealand, Singapore, Hong Kong, Netherlands, France, United Arab Emirates, etc., etc. A lot of people from all over the world. A lot of US folks as well. Dominant country is definitely US. A lot of people from the US I mentored in the last 12 months. So if you want to join my mentorship, if you want to learn from me, spanning from 5 years of experience of myself doing drop servicing and of course mentoring so many people in this sphere, you can apply on this email. Thanks for watching this video, bro. Now I highly recommend you watch this playlist next, which is all my money making challenges with drop servicing. Thanks for watching this video. Drop a like, subscribe to my channel, and I'm gonna see you in the next video.